a few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They go play fake. Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A handoff. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 11, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Thomas. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points. But on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you. So there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try not to put their defense in a bad spot again. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Going deep here for Watkins. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position. And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands. Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later. They'll look to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go. Let's bring it. All right, here we go.
He'll come out in the pistol. He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
There we go, D.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Mahomes. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball in the coverage through the pick. He learned better there. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And Thomas has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Smallwood. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. A dump off to Smallwood. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flush to his right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. Now, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super tough.
Buying time to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Flushed out right. This one complete to Smallwood. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage. And
this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to set up blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Butker able to put this one through. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the 2nd. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Falcons on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now back to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And hit with it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So, well, that came a little abruptly here. So working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. Second down. Freeman again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll look to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Philip Dorsett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get two more.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
3-90.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. A big play on third down for the Falcons. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Falcons on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game at 14-6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Vic Beasley in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. On second down, here's Mahomes. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Dorsett on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Freeman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19!
This is Freeman. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Bryant tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. DeAnthony Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Chiefs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Ace! Ace!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Able to power through. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap.